I'm very excited to be part of KM Australia 2018 in Sydney. It's been a few years since I've been at the forum, and I'm looking forward to catching up with many old friends and of course making lots of new ones. In fact, the community aspect of KM Australia is one of the key reasons I enjoy participating. Unlike many events that feature the sage on the stage format, KM Australia is very distinct in its use of the collaborative learning model. So even though I'll be facilitating a workshop and doing a talk, I truly look forward to catching up with you and hearing about the great things that you're doing. I love the theme for this year, past, present, and future. For me, this is particularly appealing as I reflect on my time in knowledge management. It was 15 years ago that I was appointed to my first KM position. Of course, what I really mean by that is that was the first job that had knowledge management in the title. Of course, like most leaders, I'd been involved in KM for a long time before this appointment, but that was the first time I dedicated all of my time to KM. That practitioner experience served me very well as I transitioned into an academic career. The past, present, and future theme is very timely. I remember when I was leading the KM effort at the Canadian Department of National Defence, I wrote a story about the future of KM. I remember being very careful not to exaggerate the future, and I tried to paint a realistic picture. The truth is, especially as I reread the story today, is that I failed. Well, sort of. As I reflect on this story and my predictions, I'm reminded of some very wise words penned by one of the tech leaders of our generation. In The Road Ahead, Bill Gates wrote, "We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Gates's quote remains as relevant today as it was when he penned it more than 20 years ago. My story of KM is typical of what many leaders experience. The point is that many KM tools, techniques, and processes take time to reap the rewards. Very often the short-term goals are not quite reached, but the longer-term changes can be significant. And this is almost certainly true as we look towards the future. Will big data, AI, or machine learning significantly change our landscape in the next 2 years? Probably not. But these ideas could be commonplace in a decade. I'm very interested in your thoughts and your predictions for the future. I hope that when we meet in Sydney in August that we collectively can paint a clear picture of what the future might hold. I look forward to seeing you in Sydney.